You're about to enter the Atomic Voodoo Lounge, New Stanton's one and only surreal dive bar, bringing you beauty and magic and terahertz tragic. I'm Maxwell Vegas, writer, poet, musician, and author of the soon-to-be-published novel, New Stanton. Descend with me into the static buzz of late-night radio, where words and music swirl through neon dreams and drift like cigarette smoke out over dried-up prehistoric seas. Tonight, the Atomic Voodoo Lounge podcast, the Neon Mirage Theater, and Heavy Sixer Productions are proud to present Back Alley Noir, Chinatown. In this newest feature of the AVL, Wade, curator of the DVD Vault on Substack, provides us with essays on classic noir and neo-noir films to refresh our memories or perhaps guide us to new cinematic experiences. Noir writer James Ellroy's statement of noir being defined as having an atmosphere of "you're fucked" helps one see Chinatown for what it is. Polanski's masterpiece and the perfect encapsulation of everything that defines noir filmmaking. Right from the classic noir opening credits and the introduction of Jerry Goldsmith's score, Polanski establishes Chinatown's melancholic atmosphere, and from there, he immerses the viewer in a 1930s Los Angeles meticulously recreated through set design, actual locations, costumes, vehicles, and dialogue. Within this atmosphere and setting, he then hits every single noir beat perfectly as Jack Nicholson's Jake Geddes, an ex-cop turned PI, investigates the mysterious death of a key water company engineer conveniently in the midst of a water rights dispute. As the investigation becomes more dangerous and his life proves to be increasingly less valuable in the big scheme, he continues on for more noble reasons, which is an inversion of the typical noir formula. Similarly, the nature of the femme fatale is to tempt the protagonist to his own destruction, but the background and motivation of Evelyn are revealed to be tragic and selfless. Jake risks his life to help her because it's the right thing to do, rather than the wrong thing for reasons the noir hero's distorted viewpoint thinks is right, as is typical with the genre. The casting of Chinatown's leads lends to the argument for the film as a neo-noir masterpiece. Faye Dunaway's Evelyn is cunning and world-weary, channeling something more akin to Barbara Stanwyck or Veronica Lake in a femme fatale role, much more subtle than her turn as the menacing femme fatale Milady de Winter in the raucous Richard Lester Three Musketeer films of 73 and 74, or as the wild child Bonnie Parker in Bonnie and Clyde, 1967. Nicholson is undeniably one of the all-time greats, but it's also fair to say that, like many of the greats, he can overdo it at times. Chinatown may be his most reserved and nuanced performance, and he doesn't get enough credit for the way he conveys the duality of Jake Geddes. Jake takes pride in his work and defends it adamantly against a banker whom he calls out for foreclosing on the homes of poor families. When one of his working class clients comes up short, Jake tells him to keep the amount he was going to pay because he doesn't want to leave him with nothing. However, he's perfectly willing to bleed a wealthy client for all her money, lie to the police, and trespass on county land. To quote another Nicholson performance, My reaction to Giddies after the first 30 minutes is,
I like him already.
But there's also a crass, ugly side to the private investigator seen in his hostility toward Asian people, which probably stems from his past experience as a beat cop in Chinatown. One thing I've noticed about neo-noir is a tendency to take everything classic noir had to imply due to the strict censorship of the Hays Code and overtly plaster it all over the screen. Sex, violence, coarse language, everything. Chinatown, though, in its recreation of classic noir, doesn't aim to shock until its final scene, and the twist, the graphic nature of the film's final moments, and the overall resolution of the narrative are among the most disturbing in the genre. Wade is a lit major and an educator who shares and discusses films through the physical media they're printed on. And he has an impressive movie library of over 2,300 films. For more of his insightful cinematic discussions, please visit his DVD Vault at dvdvault.substack.com or on Instagram at instagram.com/dvdvault. Back Alley Noir, Chinatown, was included in Season 2, Episode 4 of the Atomic Voodoo Lounge podcast. If you liked what you heard, please visit atomicvoodoolounge.com or search the Atomic Voodoo Lounge on your favorite podcast app or service. Thanks for listening, and please spread the word about the Atomic Voodoo Lounge's mix of speculative noir, poetry, fiction, and spoken word. In addition to the words, the AVL also has the beat. We play a variety of mood-inducing music, including surf, exotica, jazz, blues, and more. Copyright 2026 by Heavy Sixer Productions, LLC. All rights reserved. And remember, AtomicVoodooLounge.com. Thanks to Nico Sardas for Jazz Music Loop. Available on freesound.org, used under license Attribution 4.0.